Hey there guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Gearist video diary for Ironman Chattanooga. I am just now pulling out of Hall Ranch open space, a trail that I just ran on July 4th. You're going to see that in just a couple minutes in this video, but you guys have been doing amazing, just so many supportive comments and things in the comments section of the first video, and I love hearing that. So, you know, keep bringing the questions. We're going to answer questions starting in episode number 3, which will be out on this coming Monday, whatever Monday is after July 4th, which I can't seem to remember. Hey guys, so today's run is going to be in Ohio Valley Ranch. Well, I've never seen one while on a run or any other time in the wild. Always something to look out for here in Boulder County. So up on Picture Rock Trail, mountain lions are active, catamounts, mountain lions, whatever you want to call them. So you just kind of got to keep an eye out. But again, they don't like people really any more than we like to, you know, mess with them. So here's hoping. One of the biggest challenges at Picture Rock, where I'm running today, is that on the way out, it's all uphill to a certain degree. Now, we are part of Ohio Valley Ranch, which kind of goes over what's called one of the hogbacks and then down into the northern side of Ohio Valley Ranch. But where I am, I'm currently just running uphill. And I think it's uphill for close to 6 miles or so. Today, I'm not going to be doing that. Today, what I'm doing is I would basically consider it a recovery run. So yesterday, I had a pretty not an intense run. It was by no means fast or anything like that, but it was kind of slow tempo, let's just say. And I'm still in that base building period. Next week we'll begin the kind of hardcore training blocks in earnest. But this is just still part of that base building period. And so during that period you have to, and during the whole entire training period, you have to be sure that you're recovering. That is the most important factor of it. So what I'm doing here today is kind of going uphill for about 30 minutes and then, well, 35 minutes and then back downhill for probably 25 minutes because it's a little quicker downhill. Because I'm on kind of a time crunch to get to my house. My wife has to go somewhere, so I have to watch my daughter, that type of thing. But also, you know, I don't want to crush my legs too much by going straight uphill for like an hour and then downhill for 30 minutes. So this is a really great spot to run. This is not the last time you'll be seeing me run on Picture Rock Trail, and I'm sure that I'll have a lot more to say about it. Just to give you kind of a little bit of the scope of the view that I have here. So this is part of the trail, or the valley that I'm looking down at. See, there's the trail right there, kind of winds around that general direction. Yeah, so really great place to run. I love running here. It's beautiful there. I'll get into maybe later on in this video, but maybe another day, why it's called Picture Rock. It's not because they're like cave paintings or somewhere, and it's also not because you can get up on one of these high peaks like that or like those down there and take pictures, which you can, because I'm taking pictures right now after all. Yeah, I'll get into that when I get to the place where there's a sign that tells me what it's about, so I'm not winging it for you guys. Talk about today's gear a little bit. The shoe of choice for this run is the Mizuno, excuse me, the Mizuno Wave Hayate. And the Hayate is supposed to be a companion shoe to the Hitogami. You can see the review of the Hitogami here. Did that a while ago. Good shoe, really great shoe. And this is certainly something that's supposed to be a nice, again, a companion to that. Hey guys, Brandon here. It's 86 days left. I'm getting ready to go on a ride here this afternoon. The reason I'm kind of on a time crunch today, so I need a ride that's under 2 hours. So I'm going to get a little bit of intensity in there, a little bit of a nice warm-up, some false flats and things like that. Not too terribly climby, just kind of rolls. Some of the gear that I'm sporting today. First, these shoes are going to be the R3 Uomo from Physique. Great shoe. We'll be reviewing this coming up very soon, so keep an eye out for that. I'm also wearing the Laser Elite cycling kit from Louis Garneau. If you can't tell, because it says Garneau all over the place. Two other things that I'm wearing that you can't see are, number one, Beyond Coastal SPF 35, I think. Beyond Coastal SPF 35 active sunscreen. I'm probably not going to talk a ton about sunscreen, but whenever I go out, I'm always wearing it. I don't mean to sound like a plug or anything, but seriously, I'm always wearing sunscreen when I'm going out for a long workout because I am pasty effing white, and you don't want to see that kind of nonsense get burned. The other thing that I'm wearing that you cannot see is what is it? Anti-chafing cream from Blue Steel Sports, made with tea tree oil and things like that. If you ride a bike at all, or you're thinking about riding a bike, don't just put on some pair of shorts without getting all your bits and pieces nice and slathered up with anti-chafing cream. Trust me, boys and girls, get her done. You will thank me later. So always road ID right there. So I'll be heading out, look for some little snippets from the road. So the route I'm on today, I'm going to be coming out of my neighborhood here. As you can see, I'm trying to ride with no hands, talk to you, and not wreck my bike. I'm going to go kind of on this path, heading a little bit west, and then basically do the northern half of the Boulder 70.3 bike course. It's a course I've ridden probably 100 times. It comes in under 2 hours, so I know it fits my fits the timing I need. Goes along, starts off along a nice, good creek path type thing to warm up. A couple things I didn't mention. Today I'm rocking the Giro Aeon helmet, and also using the Timex Global Trainer for my computer. So, kind of a hot one, about 92 or 3, and very humid. Again, for Colorado, it's not really supposed to be that humid, but getting it done on the outer stretches of this ride. Now you can see the road that I'm on. Heading west, which is to say uphill. Good times. Yeah, anyway, good ride. Check it in, see you at the end. Hey guys, so I'm heading to a run right now. I'm driving there because it's a nice trail that I want to hit up. It's in Hall Ranch. It's up in Lyons, Colorado again, which is in Boulder County. It's going to be a good run. My concern is that it's very hot today. Very hot. I think it's like 93 or 4 degrees outside right now. I know it can get hotter, so if you live in, you know, like Phoenix, I sympathize. And if you live in more humid places, I also sympathize. But it'll be a good run. I rarely run with water, but today I am running with water. And by the way, I know I should not be talking to you while I drive, but there you go. I rarely run with water, except for on really long or really hot runs. And the reason being, if I run with a handheld bottle, much of the time, I'm not a huge fan of the sloshing factor. There are a couple bottles that I've used recently by Hydro Flask. They're soft flask that are soft and collapsible bottles, so there's not as much sloshing around. And when you're done with it, the bottle essentially can just fold up and you can stick it in your waistband or something like that. So that's a nice little feature. But today, I'm running with a Nathan Performance speed vest. So it's actually a 1.5 or 2 liter reservoir. I should have looked at that before I talked about it, but it's a 1.5 liter, I think, reservoir in there. Really lightweight, not a whole ton of water in it. What I did was I put a few ice cubes in with it, put the water in, and then put it in the freezer for about an hour. So it's gonna hopefully be nice and cold the entire time. We'll see. The pack itself is there's a little bit of insulation to it, so it should be okay. So I'm heading up there, and it looks like there's probably a little bit of rain. It's right over that way. So it looks like there may be a little bit of rain, we'll see. But this is another one of those runs where I'm probably gonna take it a little bit easy because it's largely uphill, but I do plan on doing some kind of more interval type stuff. Not intervals in as much as it would be like, 5 by 7, so 7 minutes on and a 3-minute recovery or something like that. But this will probably be like 5 minutes pretty hard, kind of because it's all uphill. The speed of that is relative. And then following that up with a couple minutes of recovery, maybe even recovery, so like 5 on, 5 off. So the plan is for about an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know how much distance that's gonna get me. Railroad tracks. I don't know how much distance that's going to get me, but I'm not really concerned with distance. I'm concerned with the effort, and I'm concerned with the amount of time that I'm running. So I'll worry about the distance once I hit the road and things like that. So it's going to be a fun ride, and I'll see you guys from there. So this is basically Hall Ranch. This is where I'm going to be running today, and so I am here. So I'm going to get on this guy I'm debating. There are one of two ways I can go, because they're quite far. You can come and merge left over here, take this little dotted trail here. It's dotted because there are no bikes allowed on it. That's 4.7 miles. And then kind of hook up here into the south side of this loop, down here, and then down and hook into the Bitterbrush Trail, and then back here. However, that's a long way for what I had intended to do today. So we'll see how that works out. It may just kind of be an out and back on this guy, but I'm not going to go up that way regardless. I'd also thought about going up here. I guess I could do this. Up here to the Antelope Trail and then down to this parking lot and then back. But we'll see. Hey guys, so I'm at the turnaround point. I didn't make it all the way around that loop. I don't think. Honestly, it could be right up and around that bend, sort of that way and over this way. But I don't have time to find out. Got a 4th of July barbecue to go to, you know, America! Anyway, it's quite an amazing view from up here, I have to say. And one of the great things about Colorado is a lot of the time when you're out in open spaces like this is pretty open, which I'll show you in a second, you can see things like thunderstorms coming from a long way off. So you can either kind of try to go around it. If you have the time, you can kind of see exactly what you need to do, how you need to handle the situation. I've been in a couple situations on a bike where I've had time and the room to kind of ride around it, but then other times where you come around the side of a mountain and the front has gotten stuck on that side of the mountain, so you get dumped on with rain or something. That happened to me this past weekend. But anyway, I just want to share this view with you guys. It's pretty epic. I don't think that honestly a camera can really do it justice. And there you can see the thunderstorm I'm talking about. All that coming down, that's all rain. So you really get a sense of kind of this amazing scale out here, and I'm sure that this is now distorting the sound in the microphone, but that's okay. So anyway, I'm gonna head down now. It's not that hot. It's not nearly as hot as I thought it was gonna be, but it's much more humid. All this rain in the air, and we've had several big storms the past few days, so it's a little more humid than I'm used to, but that's okay. So it's still sweaty, but really a good run so far. Not a lot of trail mess ups. You know, this trail and a lot of the trails around here were closed after the flooding here in Colorado last September. But they've made a nice comeback, so it's going to be running on them again. So anyway, about to head down the trail, and happy 4th of July. But yeah, please check back often. Let me know what you think. If you want to see more of a certain thing, less of a certain thing, like my face with a big hat line across it, just let me know. I love hearing from you guys. It's really fantastic. And so yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride. It's been really great support from everybody so far. Don't forget to follow me on Strava, which you can do so by clicking here. Follow me on Twitter, which you can do so by clicking here for the Gearist Twitter and here for my personal Twitter. And then also, what am I missing? Oh yeah, Gearist on Facebook, facebook.com/Gearist, and also youtube.com/TheGearist, which you're watching right now. So please subscribe to our channel. We're gonna have other giveaways coming up, you guys. If you watch the regular reviews, you know that we've got Gearist giveaways here and there will be more of those on the way. We just wrapped up one with ASICS, and we've got one from Skechers coming up very, very soon. So be sure to subscribe so you can find out when that is. And just remember that even though, yes, it might dim your odds a hair to share with your friends, keep in mind that we can do more promotions and giveaways and things like that if we have more subscribers. So please keep those subscriberships coming. Share our videos with your friends. I really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next time.